other news that is happening internationally, there's an offer from Pakistan to help the U.S. negotiate with the Taliban. Yes, negotiate with the Taliban. That's the offer. A top military officer says Pakistan can set up direct talks with the top Taliban leader in Afghanistan. Our Michael Ware has more on this story from Baghdad, including some of the reaction from U.S. officials.
The Obama administration has expressed its first reaction to the Pakistan military's offer to help broker talks between Washington and the Afghan Taliban leadership. President Obama's special envoy to Afghanistan and Pakistan, Ambassador Richard Holbrooke, said it was not surprising that the Pakistan military was still able to talk to the Taliban. However, he did describe their disclosure of that fact as a positive development.
And there have been long allegations that there are continued contacts, and I think it's a step forward for the Pakistanis to say publicly what everyone has always assumed.
But under what some Pakistani military officers described as intense pressure back home in Pakistan, following the revelations that the military was still talking with the Taliban, Pakistan military headquarters in Rawalpindi issued a statement denying the remarks attributed to its official spokesman as baseless, fabricated and taken out of context, even though those remarks were made on camera. Nonetheless, Ambassador Richard Holbrooke says he will privately take up this issue with the government of Pakistan when he visits Islamabad in coming weeks. Michael Ware, CNN.
Britain has reached a bleak milestone. The number of Britons killed in Afghanistan now exceeds those who lost their lives in Iraq. 15 British soldiers have died in Afghanistan's Helmand province over the last 10 days. The surge of deaths coincides with the U.S. push into the province to take out the Taliban. 184 Brits have now been killed in Afghanistan, 179 in Iraq. Tomorrow will mark the one-month anniversary of Iran's controversial re-election of President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. But the protests over the results and Iran's bloody crackdown keep growing. This one took place today in Washington, D.C. this afternoon. CNN's international correspondent Reza Sayah is there. We'll hear from him in the next hour here in the CNN newsroom. A heavy military presence today in Urumqi, China. Listen to this. This crackdown follows last weekend's violent protests there. Officials now reporting a big jump in the death toll. They say at least 184 people were killed. The violence was a result of ethnic tensions between the Uyghurs, who are predominantly Muslim and members of China's Han majority, and others there. Fighting between rebels and government forces in Somalia has forced more than 200,000 people out of their homes in Mogadishu. Both sides being accused of using torture and explosives to further their aims. The UN's top human rights official says insurgents reportedly are using people as human shields. They've been trying to topple the transitional government there since May. Shades of problems in the past. The Obama administration is subtly shifting its language on two Americans held by North Korea. Journalist Yoon Lee and Laura Ling were arrested back in March. They were sentenced to 12 years hard labor last month for entering the country illegally. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton appears to be softening the U.S. position on their release.
The two journalists and their families have expressed great remorse for this incident. And I think everyone is very sorry that it happened. What we hope for now is that these two young women would be granted amnesty through the North Korean system and be allowed to return home to their families as soon as possible.